Hi, everybody. Dr. Julie Caldwell coming to you on video to get this class started. Class number 4 on Support Your Conscious Activism. Thank you to Sarah Schreppe for stepping in and facilitating the rest of this meeting. But I wanted to get this started with our next step. So far, we've got 10 total. We've done step 1 was notice the signs, the signals of I'm in reactive brain. Step 2 is decide to shift or not. It's up to you. But to decide to shift means you're consciously and with your own volition stepping in instead of there's any resistance in your own energy field. Step 3 was then, can you remember, get to the real issue using SEW, the process. And if you go back and watch the class for step 3, you'll see 3 magnificent, really, touching, heartwarming examples of what it looks like to get to the real issue. Now, when you look at those examples, they aren't about the political context, but that's what we're going to be applying that to, all right? So that it's not what I see out here. It's not my belief about what's going on that's right or wrong or good or bad. It's very much about what's happening in my body, what's going on here, because if I can put my attention here and decide to shift, notice the signals, get to the bottom line emotions. The emotions are going to tell me what the real issue is. Oh, my stomach is tight. I feel scared. What am I scared about? Oh, that I'm out of control, that things will happen that are dangerous. Who knows what I'm scared about, that the world as I know it isn't going to be what I thought it was going to be, right? All of those things about being human. You get to feel what you're feeling. It's the law. Anybody gets to feel anything, anytime, for any reason. Fear says there's a perceived danger or threat, perceived, meaning my body has detected that to be true. Is it true? It doesn't matter. I get to feel what I'm feeling, because then if I let myself feel scared, I can move that energy through, and then I'm much more open and expanded. Sadness, I've experienced, or there's a perceived loss. My body's like, I've missed that. My heart hurts and I have a lump in my throat. That's part of being a mammal, is going through that. Oh, I had this connection or attachment or whatever it is. Now it's left me and I have a collapsed experience as a result. So to move that through, totally valid, totally legitimate. Anger is tricky because anger wants to blame. I'm mad because you. Now, it's that instant threat responsive. It's out there. I don't know what's in here. It looks like it's out there. If you hadn't said the thing or stepped on my foot or whatever, told me something I didn't want to hear, so I got to control you versus understanding anger's in my body. It's in my body. It's up here. I didn't like it. I didn't want that. No, I don't want that. Or, the frustration. I'm going to push through to get to what I really want. So clearing out the density, the anger, sadness, fear, so that I'm open to the other question of SEW, which is, what do I really want? Now, as we lean towards the rest of these steps, that's going to be a bigger and bigger question. Step 10 is, what's your creative action? That's going to be very predicated by, what do you really want? So letting yourself move the energy will start to open up those possibilities. Not what I think I should want, not what somebody told me to want. What do I want? And to start to be in alignment with that yourself, that you yourself are the legitimate person, being, walking around on this earth that gets to decide, gets to be connected to yourself and all that is, and say, this is who I am. This is my authentic wanting versus this is what I should be doing. This is getting you out of the whole should idea, because who knows what you should do? Should I do this? Should I do that? What do I want? And then what's my action to getting what I really want? So today, the focus is on step 4, accept and love what is. That's a lot. Accepting what is a whole experience. And then loving what is, what? So let me break this down to say, why would you want to do that? No, it shouldn't be this way. It should be different from how it is. And so I've got to work really hard to make it sure it's different from how it is. And I'm going to push and force. Now, all of those kind of energies of resisting, are part and parcel of what it feels like to be in reactive brain. Reactive brain is resistance to what is. That's what fear and anger. That's what fear and sadness and anger are about. That doesn't mean I shouldn't feel afraid or angry or sad. It just means when I do, those are signals that I'm not in flow with what is. I'm arguing in some ways. I don't want you to have left. I don't want you to have died. Oh, this is scary. I don't want this to be happening. Ooh, why did you say that to me? I don't want that to have happened. Or I don't like this. It doesn't mean I shouldn't feel it. It just means, oh, I'm in resistance to reality. Reality always wins. I can jump up and down. I can shake my fist, be like, no, I don't want reality to be like this. And then reality says, well, here I am. So letting ourselves accept what is, be with what is. Okay, this is what's true. This is what's true. Like I can be face to face with this is actually happening. My quick anecdote about this is years ago, there was a lot of snow. We were walking along, and I was doing the old lady shuffle, which as I get older, it's like, oh yeah. Anyway, and trying not to fall. Well, I fell, bam, right on my butt. And I was looking up, and there's Kath, my wife, was looking down at me, and I was like, I don't want that to have happened. And she looked down. I can remember her looking down at me and saying, well, it did. I'm like, oh no. And then I spent the next 2 weeks limping all around because, right, I did not want that to have happened. Well, it did. So accept what is. Accept what is. So if you can try this out just by accepting the day of the week. Currently here in Boulder, Colorado, it's Thursday. Can I accept that it's Thursday? I might not like that it's Thursday. I might wish it was a different day, but what's actually true is, oh, it's Thursday. It's October. Like getting myself face to face with the truth. So acceptance is very much about saying, oh, this is happening. And I can be with that. I don't have to struggle against that. I don't have to use my energy to argue with reality. No, I don't want that. I don't like that. Now, in the realm of politics and the world's scene, I'd say there's a lot to accept, right? To be able to face into that this is what's happening. Now, let's try the opposite, which is to argue, well, it shouldn't be happening. And let's talk about why it shouldn't be happening. And let's talk a lot about how it shouldn't have happened. Like, right? If only you had done the things. If only they had. The hurricane just went through, so the huge devastation. If only people had planned better. If only we had known more. Now, of course, there's something to be said for that, to look at what happened and be able to be like, okay, how can we do better? But the level of energy that people put into just being so blaming about, if they hadn't done that, if you hadn't, if I hadn't, versus stepping in and accepting and being with what is. So this is a good time to pause this tape, because then once you all play with this for a few minutes, I'm going to really challenge you with loving what is. Okay, you're back. How'd it go? Accepting what is. There's a lot of moving of energy. Like, no, ooh, this is scared, sad, man. That's why we did those first. Okay, I moved it all out. I'm scared about what is. Okay, great. I'm sad about what I've lost if this is. Okay, fine. I'm mad. I don't want that. Okay. Move that energy. Move that energy. The whole goal here is to get to creative brain, which means that density is moved out of your body. To feel it all and then stare it in the eyes. This is what is. So now let's take it up a step. And if you look on the inner map, you're going to see this. So there's neutrality. Neutrality really is the first, oh, I guess this is what it is. I guess I'm laying here in the snow. Acceptance is saying the opposite of what happened in that moment. Okay, this has happened. This has happened. This is what's happening right now. I eventually did get to that point. Now we're going to go actually, we're going to skip a step because we can appreciate. That's in between. Then appreciation's the next step on the inner map. Can I appreciate what is? And when I wrote this book, I thought, let's go past that, because appreciation's fine. Like, okay, I can really enjoy or kind of find the silver lining in it all, right? I can appreciate how I'm learning things. I can appreciate thinking about the political landscape, all the possibilities and the drama. And I can appreciate, what else can I appreciate about what's currently going on? How people emerge, and I would never have known these folks, and I hear their voices being strong and clear or not, right? Appreciate how humanity kind of figures stuff out. But let's take it further. Can I actually love what is? Okay. Now, what I mean by this, by love what is, and in a minute you'll practice, loving what is not like trying to make something up. Well, of course I love you. I do love you. She told me I should, so I'm going to try that. I love you. Like, it's empty. But this is the Gay Hendricks version of loving. I'm going to tell you, and then you'll practice, I think. It's thinking of somebody or something you love easily. Easily. I'm actually thinking about my dog Frankie. She's easy to love. She's got this very soft snoot. She's got kind of bristle fur, but if you pet her right here, it's soft, silky. And thinking about her zooming around, we had a meeting and I could hear her zooming back and forth in the hallway this morning. They're kind of going to joy, just saying, beyond love on the inner map. So can I remember and feel what it feels like to love Frankie? Yeah. Easily is an important word here, because there could be people, partners, family members, that it's a little more complicated to love, but what you love easily, yeah, I can feel that. And then to start to surround reality. Reality. Can I send that love out into what is reality and let it come back? Like to really feel the whole experience of love all around me. I mean, what if every breath that you take, you're breathing in love? And every breath that you exhale, you're breathing out love. What if? How does that change things for you? How does that change your own experience of life? Now, as you experience and think about what is in your life, the whole landscape, it could be whatever happened this morning, an argument you had, it could be walking down the street, it could be reading something or watching something, could be seeing the flower, could be seeing the dead leaf. Can you breathe in love and breathe out love and surround your entire experience loving what is just as it is? Doesn't need to be any different. You're face to face with what is, and you're suffusing your entire experience inside and out with love. Now, why would you do all of that? Well, that's what y'all can talk about in a moment. Like, what is that doing? What I'd say it does for me is I go into this very expanded state, and once I'm there, possibilities start to emerge that I had no idea were there. It's like they were hiding in some other dimension. Really, it's how it feels. And so then when I go into these expanded places, they come out, those possibilities. Like, I'm thinking the munchkins come out wherever you are, right? That they just pop right out, and I can see them and feel them, and they are not there in reactive brain. I cannot find those. And so as you continue these steps beyond this, that's what this is about, is being able to really hold in a more and more expanded consciousness, so that these new possibilities can emerge, so that when you go forward and create your steps, the ones at step 10, we'll get to the new story and beyond that, that you've got some new energy that's going to be under your magic carpet that's going to take you to the next steps in a way that feels really exhilarating and amazing. All right, have fun.